Yo, what's going on everyone? Shoonami here, back with another video today. So today's video I wanted to do was, you don't need a new pair of shoes when you already have an old pair of the same shoes in good condition, or at least even decent condition, okay? Now, I fully believe this, and I actually do it myself too. So for example, I have the Air Jordan 8 Aqua from 2015, and I haven't had it since 2015, but I have had this pair, for a few months now, actually. I did buy it off Mercari used last year, and they're not even in the best condition, right? There's some paint that's chipped off them, but they're still in like decent, I'd say maybe like a 6 out of 10 condition, and they're not bad. And we all know the Aqua 8s are dropping this year again. So what am I going to do? No, I'm not going to buy the new pair because I already still have the old pair that I already have that's still wearable. They're not cracking or nothing. The midsole's not breaking off or nothing like that. So I don't need another pair when I already have a decent pair in good condition. Another good example I have is the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny, right? I bought that probably around a few months before I bought the Aqua 8s off Mercari, and I got them off Mercari as well, I think. Pretty good deal too on those things. But anyway, I did get these Bugs Bunny 8s for a pretty good discount with the box. I mean, that don't really matter. But anyway, I do have these still, and these are pretty creased too. Not super creased, but they are creased. And obviously the white on them is kind of yellowish on them, but they're still wearable. And am I going to buy the Bugs Bunny 8s this year? Of course not. Because think about it. That's almost, how much are these shoes going to retail at? Like $210, $220? Okay, let's say they do retail at $210. So I'm only spending $420 without the tax and all that, before all that, on these two pairs of shoes that I already have in my collection. It's like, it's no point of it. I'm spending $420 on a pair of shoes that I already have in my collection that I don't always wear all the time either anyway. So why would I spend that money on a new pair of shoes when I still have the old pair to wear that isn't fully beat up or needs to be replaced at all? So I have a pair of white Air Forces, right? From 2019. I used to wear those all the time. The midsole is nasty ass piss yellow, and they're kind of like the dirty whites, but even more dirty white. I always talk about those, but they're even worse than those shoes, right? And they're crease kind of too. They do have these crease, not like the uncomfortable crease protectors. I'm talking about the ones that stick to the top of the shoe. Those crease protectors aren't too bad. The plastic ones are fucking ass and hurt the fuck out of your toes. So I can never wear those. But anyway, I'm just saying that that's a shoe I actually would need a new pair of, because they're actually pretty much cooked, okay? If your shoe is still in decent condition, even if it's from like 2016, so take example, the 2016 black cement 3s, right? I think a lot of people still had the 2016 pair that was still in decent condition. And guess what? They bought the one that came out this year. Probably because it's as OG as possible. But you don't always need that. I mean, you still have basically the same pair of shoes, right? And this doesn't apply to just everyone. This usually applies to people that have a really big shoe collection, right? Because if you have a big shoe collection and you're already not wearing the pair that you had before, what's going to make you wear this new pair, except maybe for like a few weeks around the release because it's new? I mean, there's really not going to be much you're going to... I mean, there is a fresh pair you have whenever you want to rock it. But honestly, how much are you really going to wear that shoe? I mean, be honest with yourself. Really be honest with yourself about that, you know? But bring it back to saying as OG as possible. I do have the Playoff Ace that did come out. I think those came out in, when those come out? 2010, 2013, when the last release was besides the most recent one. And I have a pair of those, right? And however, it would be really nice if I could get the most recent pair, because it does have the red tab on the red pull tab, which is what the OG has. But am I really going to go out here? I think there's another few differences underneath the shoe. I can't fully remember yet. But am I really going to go out there and spend an extra $200? I think those were $225 when they dropped. I'm really going to spend $225 before tax on a new pair of shoes just because there's some colors on the bottom and the pull tab is a different color? Fuck no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep rocking the pair that I have. They're still in decent condition. Yes, there is some creasing and all that. But it's not worth it to me to spend that extra money on it when I know I'm probably not even going to wear... Because once I buy the new pair, am I really going to start wearing the old pair more so they get all beat up? No, especially with how many shoes I'm putting in my collection right now, or how many shoes I have in my collection, it's just not worth it. So I just don't understand sometimes when people say, oh, I need to get the new pair when I have the old pair that I don't even fucking wear. It's like, you don't need that pair of shoes, especially if the shoe, like I said, is in decent condition still. Like, say you did wear this shoe and there is some dirt on it and maybe some minor creasing. You don't fully need a new pair of shoes for it, okay? That's just me, in my opinion. That's why a lot of these shoes I'm going to pass on this year. Well, not a lot of them, but a few of them. The black metallic 5s, I would have passed on those if I would have kept my 2016 pair. But since my 2016 pair fit too big, I had to go sell them and get this pair this year. And luckily, I was actually able to grab them, even though there was so much fucking chaos during that. But yeah, I would have grabbed those. But I just needed a new pair of them. It's not because I was trying to get the new pair and keep the old one. No, I actually needed a new pair of them. That's why I got rid of my old pair. So it just wouldn't have happened. But that's all I got to say about this. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.